What's going on, y'all? This your boy, the Black Akashi, and I'm here to talk about the latest My Hero chapter titled Merry Christmas. Horikoshi got some nerve, man. It's like 100 degrees outside, and he want to tease us with winter weather. So without further ado, let's get right to it. We start the chapter off with the Hero Society talking about opening up the internships again. We find out that it's rather being forced upon them rather than coming to an agreement about it. At first it was just an experiment, but now it's more of a necessity. Basically, after the Deka attack, the public commission thinks that the heroes are understaffed despite there being so many heroes around. It kind of reminds me of One Punch Man during the Gyro/Monsters Association arc, where so many monsters were popping up out of nowhere, more and more, each and every day, and there wasn't a lot of heroes around. I'll leave it at that just in case there's some people that haven't watched season 2 or read the manga yet. The objective of the internship was so that the students would be able to know how to deal with organized groups of villains that have been on the rise lately, just like the League, Overhaul, and many others. Now, the pro heroes already suspect that the League was behind the attack on Deka, but they have no proof. And the commission are rather ambiguous about speeding up the internships because they might have gotten a whiff of an impending crisis, and to avoid the traitor from finding out anything else about what they are doing in the future. And they can't just flat out say in public, hey, we're drafting young students to war, and that war is the villain threat that is upon us, because it wouldn't end well. Remember back in the day when you had to get drafted to fight the war? I'm glad that isn't mandatory anymore. Speaking of the traitor, we find out that All Might, the principal, and his cop buddy, Tsukauchi, have already begun to suspect that maybe one of the students is the traitor. They've been investigating ever since they moved into the dorms, but that was debunked because they haven't heard a peep from the villains, and nobody has been acting suspicious. This leads me to believe that besides the safety of the students, I think they brought them in because of the whole traitor thing. I hope they don't find out about that. Principal asks All Might if he was coming back, and he says, why? Did something happen to Midoriya? And this man has a shocked look on his face because he forgot it was Christmas.
You what?
Damn it, All Might. This was your first Christmas as a dad and you John looted, but you still a GOAT, and I'm sure Deku would understand. Then we go back to the dorms where everybody is dressed up as Santa Claus, except for Bakugo, of course. I bet the only thing he believes in is being the strongest and being the best like All Might. Everyone's talking about the internships and asking each other if they are going back to their old interns. Ida asked Midoriya if he was going to go back to his last internships after what happened to Sir Night-Eye. Alright, he thought about it, but the new boss, Mr. Centipeder, is so busy that he couldn't take him. It was only because Night-Eye mostly did things himself thanks to his quirk, but now that he's gone, things are crazy now. And Gran Torino is still busy hunting the League, so he can't take Deku, which is a good thing considering the power level that they are at right now. So he's stuck in limbo, and even Bakugo is in the same position as well. Thanks to Best Jeanist missing, he hasn't thought about going back to him yet. Now we see a flashback of him and Best Jeanist talking about his hero name. He tells him that his hero name is supposed to reflect his dreams, who he is and what he should become in the future. His previous names reflect his personality instead of his dreams. Best Jeanist tells him that after his second year and after he gets his license and gets a better name, he should come back and see him so that he can tell him. Which is why I think he hasn't decided yet. Not because Best Jeanist is missing, I think it's because he hasn't thought of a new name yet. I think we'll be getting it sometime soon. Let me know what y'all think it'll be. Everyone's getting ready to feast when Eri and Aizawa show up. Oh my god, it's Eri Claus. Man, it is so good to see her again. She says trick or treat, thinking that it's Halloween. That was so cute. Overall, it's worse than Endeavor when it comes to childhoods, man, because she doesn't even know the holidays by heart. Ochako passes out because of how cute she is. We haven't seen that in a long time. Kirishima asked if Mirio was coming as well, but he told him that he wanted to spend it with his classmates instead. I hope we see him again sometime soon, just so we can see how the GOAT is doing. Deku points out that her horns are beginning to get big again. It's all because of what Deku told her. She took his words to heart, and then she gives Ochako Easter eggs. She is so damn cute, man. Protect her at all costs. I mean, we already got an arc about that, but this time it's a necessity. Everyone's singing and having a good time and even exchanging gifts. This is very fun to see, to see them enjoying the holidays together like one big happy family. I mean, which they are. After everything they went through, they have no choice but to be one. After everything is said and done, Shoto asks Bakugo and Deku if they don't find any interns, do they want to come with him and intern with the #1 hero, Endeavor. Let's go! Bruh, that was fucking hype, man. Like, could you imagine the big three teaming up with Endeavor? Like, it would be so top tier, and there would be massive explosions and shit. Like, I can imagine Bakugo getting into arguments and competitions with Endeavor. It would be so hilarious. Now, I don't think it'll happen, but if it does, then that means that they are about to get into some serious shit with the League and the Liberation Army. Expect like major Zenkai boosts from all three of them. Now, as I said before, I think Deku is probably going to intern with a previous One For All user, and Bakugo is probably going to intern with someone else. But if he decides to take up Shoto's offer, I wouldn't be mad about it. Could you imagine the knowledge and experience they could get with being with the #1 hero? The sky would be the limit. They could literally be the next generation's big three. And it was also nice to see that they haven't forgotten about the whole traitor thing. Now, I don't believe that there's a traitor, but let me know what y'all think is. Let me know what y'all think is a traitor. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all today. If you like what you saw, the choice, smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and remember, go beyond plus ultra.